Hello, my YouTube family. I am taping this at 6:20 on February 6th, 2013. I had to go to the bank, people. And you know, if I'm going to the bank, I get out at 5:30. Now, already the traffic, the 5 o'clock traffic has already started. So by the time I'm out of the bank, you know, I got caught up in some serious traffic. So sorry about that. But here I am. And you know what the color of the day is today. Red. So there you have it. But this is a red that came in this set that Eileen got for me. The Wet n Wild Mega Last lip color. So you can see it's the missing one right here. And they don't have names. They have numbers. So this is the Wet n Wild Mega Last Long Wear Lipstick. And this is the shade. And it's true to the bottom of the shade. It really is. Here it is. That is it. And the number is 01, I think. Yeah. 01, and then it's got a whole bunch of other stamped up numbers or whatever, but it's just 01. It doesn't have a name, which I'm pissed off about. But this is a smooth ass lipstick. Smooth, and it has a touch of shine to it, which I really, really like. And moisturizing. And stick to your lips like nobody's business. All day. The only time I had to reapply again was after lunch. All day. So there you have it. I do have a liner with it. And my liner is Jordana in Plush Red. Jordana Plush Red. Let me do a swatch for you, because I know how some of you are. That is, you can't get more red than this. Real well, maybe you probably can, but hello. So there you have it. So let me tell you about my day, people, because I know some of you are kind of excited about, well, who's gonna win? Miss Scanner won. I did not see the other lady, the one in my department. I didn't see her at all today. I'm just crossing my legs. I have a feeling that Scanner went to the woman from my department, went to her bright and early, and told her a thing or two. So I didn't get the I didn't get the confrontation in front of me like I really wanted it. But yeah, she monopolized my ass all damn day. And then remember I told you, she wanted it done by the end of the day? She up and leaves. Now, normally she does leave at 4:30. She left earlier than 4:30 today, people. I had finished what she wanted me to finish. And then as I'm on the last thing that she wanted me to finish, she goes, oh, I forgot to tell you that you needed to do this, this, and this. Didn't you want this done before the end of the day? Because you needed to mail them out or something and what have you? BS. So now when she starts talking about, can you have it done by the end of so-and-so? I'm just going to say, yeah, sure. This ASAP is BS. BS. Okay? So I've learned my lesson with that chick. All right? You get it when you get it. I'm sorry. I'm one person. I have your stuff to do. I have phones to answer. I have people coming at me at the door. So I'm sorry if you really did need it at the end of the day and you don't get it at the end of the day. I'm sorry. That is going to have to be my attitude from now on, because I came in early to just do the amount of work that I had to do for her because I knew that she said she needed it at the end of the day. Liar. Lied all in my face, all up in here. Lied. So, okay. You know what? I have always been a naive person. And it has taken me this long, late in life, to stop being so naive. But every once in a while, naivete just slips through the cracks. Okay. Okay. But that was not the only thing that happened to me today. Oh, let me tell you. Sit down, people. Sit. Because I've got stories. We have been having problems with the glass doors in front of my desk. The doors that people come into. Where we enter. When we enter the office. And there are two glass doors like this. And they're magnetized. So when they shut, they lock. Well, there's been one door to me facing the door. It's to my left. That door, the lock, just stopped working. So the door, that particular glass door did not lock for quite a few weeks. So Cutie, at the end of the day, at the end of his shift, long after I'm gone, he had to come up and physically lock the door every single night. And his supervisor comes early in the morning, has to open the door so I can get in at 8:30. But the other glass door does work. So it had this door could have stayed locked, but the other door, the magnet was working. So it locked on its own so I could get in and out with that door. Everybody else could too. So finally, the locksmiths came, two guys came, and they started working on the locks. Okay. So I had to let, well, I'll call him boss man, but he thinks he's boss man. He ain't no real boss man. Okay. I had to let him know that they came. So they had finished completing the door, but there was one thing that they couldn't complete. And it was up to boss man to make a decision as to whether he wanted them to fix it today or at another time. So here come boss man with Cutie's boss and the two locksmith guys. So they're there. So they were talking about, well, you know, the doors, it can finally lock on its own, but it won't remain open. Like sometimes if there's a lot of heavy equipment that has to come through the reception area to go into the back, they need both doors open and the other two doors open so they can move whatever, you know, furniture, whatever around. Boss man don't know nothing about this. So they were telling him that we can either have the door situated where the doors remain open when you need them open, both at the same time, to stay open on their own, or we can fix the doors in such a way where they won't remain open, but all you'll have to do is just put a rubber, you know, those rubber things at the door, a rubber stopper at the door, so you could just keep the doors open manually. So here he come. Well, why would we ever need both doors open? And he's looking at me and he's looking at Cutie's boss, Cutie's supervisor. And I said, and I chose, because he looked at me first. So I said, well, there are times when furniture has to come in through this way and be set up in the back. And he goes, since when? And now he's giving me attitude. I said, well, it's always been that way. It may not happen that often, but every now and then when you order from Waldner's, sometimes they come through the door. Notice I threw that shit right back at him. Excuse me. I'm being real. So he goes, oh, really? So now he's having an attitude with me. He goes, oh, really? So when I order my $10,000, when I order my $10,000 tables and desks, they come through here? Since when? So I did one of these like, oh, surely you're not copping a tude with me. So Cutie's supervisor turned because he saw that I was really like, there was no need for him to jump at me like this. So he jumped in and he said, yes, every now and then furniture does get sent through here and we do need both doors open. So what do you want to do? Do you want to keep them manually open with a rubber stop? And he just took over. Because he saw that I was like, I was going to just, what? You are copping a tude with me like I'm making this stuff up. Like, oh, since when does furniture come through here? Dude, you sit way in the back in God's country, making yourself look important that you're not. And you don't know jack of what's going on. So why would I make this stuff up? Do you think the furniture just miraculously just appears? When you order it, it just appears. Like it doesn't go through any doors. It just, you know, like Eugenie, like that. And it's right there. For real? So Cutie's supervisor saw that I was starting to steam, and he explained it to Boss Man. And then Boss Man actually turned to me and he goes, oh, well, I didn't realize that sometimes they came through these doors because I know that they use the freight elevators. I said, they use the freight elevators sometimes when the furniture closest to the freight elevator is going to be delivered there. But most of the time it gets delivered here. So he goes, oh, well, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't realize. I said, mm-hmm. And then I just kept doing what I was doing because at that point, I didn't want to see his face. Did not want to look at him anymore. So Cutie's supervisor just took over from there. And Boss Man came up with the decision, well, yeah, we'll keep the doors the way they are. I mean, if you need them opened every now and then, we'll let them open on their own and then we can physically close them. It's no big deal. You came up with that idea all by yourself, did you? So they all left. The locksmith left. Cutie supervisor left, walked out with Boss Man. So they had to do whatever discussion of whatever about the doors. They left. So now I am steaming. I am sitting there and I am fuming. So I was leaning on my desk and I was looking at them go behind, and I rolled my eyes like this, and here's Cutie coming through the door. And he gave me a look like, well, what is that about? So I said, you walked in at a time when I am just too pissed off right now. And he goes, okay, talk to me. What happened? So I explained the whole situation. So he goes, oh, yeah, because he works with Boss Man. He works with him. So he knows him rather well. And since he's been working there longer than me, everything that I was telling him and the whole attitude thing, he was like, mm-hmm, yep, that's him. That's him. I was like, for real? So he just thinks that he thinks that he owns this place. The man don't know jack, because all he does is delegate work that he has to do, that he's responsible for. He'll let so-and-so do it. He'll let so-and-so do it. He'll, you know, and then take the credit for himself. You know the type. You know the type I'm talking about. So I was telling Cutie this whole situation. So he saw that I was really, really fuming. And then automatically he just changed the subject to something. I don't know. It has something to do with alcohol. And then he said something really funny and I busted out laughing. Well, let me tell you, the tension just went right out of my shoulders because he had me laughing so hard. And then we started talking and this and that. And then as he was leaving, I said, thank you. I really needed that laugh. He goes, yeah, you looked it because I don't like to see you like this. And I was like, oh, really? But I have to reel it back because I have to remember he's not available, Nancy. Okay. Cutie is not available. But it was very sweet of him to do that because he saw that I was super pissed off. And he just changed my mood in an instant. He just mentioned something and it made me crack up and I forgot about the whole thing. So I did thank him. I said, thank you, because I really needed that laugh. So I said, thank you. And then that was it. He goes, are you okay? I go, yeah, I'm fine now. He goes, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. And then that was that. That was that. And then I just had to kill maybe 10 minutes after that. And then 5:30 came and there you go. I had to go to the bank and then from the bank, come home. So that was my day, people. This is what I have to deal with. But that pompous, punk-ass, stupid MFer. Yeah, okay, I know. I'm good. I'm good now. Because I'm home. I'm going to max and relax. I'm going to chill. And thank God I don't see this man every day. Thank God I don't see him every day. Because I really, for real, I don't need the attitude from him. Don't need it. I had the attitude with him once before. I don't know if I told you the story. I probably did. in one of my earlier videos about it was snowing and the security downstairs told me that the parking lot was cleared when it really wasn't. And then he copped a tude with me. I don't know why he has something against me. Maybe it's the color of my skin or what have you. I do not know. But he has this way of trying to humiliate me for whatever reason. I don't know. He's just a punk ass. That is all. That's what I should have called him. He ain't boss man. He punk ass. So the next time you hear me call him punk ass, you'll know who I'm talking about. Let's just leave it at that. Okay? I'm fine now. I'm good. I'm good. I'm home, so I'm good. And I'm wearing my favorite color, so that's that. Okay, people, so let me know what you think. That was my day, people. You know I have to fill you in. Let me know what you think. Me likey. I don't know if they still sell this set. I have no idea. I don't know where you get it. Eileen got it for me. Thank you so much, Eileen. I miss you so much. Where are you? I am extraordinarily worried. And this is the one that's missing over here. So I'm going to put it right back. And it's just number 1. But it is a red, red, red. And there are other, obviously there are other shades. There's a pink in there, a coral. There's a nudish shade, and like a lighter pink and a darker pink. So I will be wearing these. You'll know when I'll wear them. Of course, I'll let you know. Of course, hello. On that note, people, I love you. I love my YouTube family. Hit me up and let me know what you think. And I will talk to you tomorrow. It is, what? It is Wednesday today, right? I hope so. It's Wednesday, 3 down, 2 more to go. Okay. I love my YouTube family. Bye now.